Welcome, listeners, to LENZO'S MEMOIRS. On this episode, I want us to revisit this OKADA ban by Lagos State government for, the following reasons. First, I went back to reality of Lagos workers, a parliament we did, sometime July. Coupled with the experience, personal experience, based on information that I've gotten, and one of the earlier podcast I released on the parliament today is about the fact that updating is life, the dynamism of it. Life is dynamic. Governance itself must be dynamic because life is dynamic. That's what our existence is all about. Now, it's a give and take thing, as in, that is why I thank God, at least under Buhari's administration and in the APC, even with Governor Fantastic Babajide Sanwo-Olu, there have been stakeholders interactions because it's actually very key to governance, in my own understanding. Stakeholders, those that, this, whatever it is you are doing, those are these designs, this governance, those that own the governance, the people. It's a JoJo, continuous JoJo. And I'm just using this as my own JoJo that we reason together. You see, it's not, making a law is not based on want per se by governance. It is a reasoning that must, you must use to arrive at making that law, because the laws are for human beings and not for goods. And where it concerns this OKADA ban is the fact that they serve a purpose, a real-time, real-life purpose to the citizens of Lagos. It's not an option. Why that is? Because for a lot of people, after they reach their bus stop, they still have to spend almost of 300 naira to get home, or also some obscene amounts. Because not be everybody house road pass in front. And I would say my own, from where the junction, the bus stop is, to where we stay, is more than 1 kilometer. More than 1 kilometer. And people commute with load. It's not as if they're always working free, especially the women there. And I've heard this problem, different facets of it, because you need to really discuss with them. That was why, and that is actually why, it's not a was, though it's in the past. I'm still thanking God, because my mom tells me that my first daughter fell on top of OKADA. This was what happened. They were going out. She was going out with her grandmother and her auntie. So they had load. She was the one carrying it. So when they got to the estate gates, they still have to walk about 1 kilometer or more to get to the bus stop to take a bus, to cross the road. So because of the load she was carrying on her head, she was told to climb an OKADA. As she climbed the OKADA, policemen inside Keke Napep were now doing a sting operation. Immediately the OKADA saw them. He was trying to get away. In all these maneuvers, my daughter fell down and he was caught. Now, what government has now done is the fact that they have created a market for the security agencies. That's the police, LASMA, and they are just making money off the streets. Because everybody knows that as they have cut the OKADA, based on what Lagos State has been doing, they are going to impound it and crush it. It's good for government to do, yes, but you now have to look at what that guy is trying to do to get away. And the fact that more often than not, these arrests are not documented because it's payment. They'll just ask you, okay, you know your crime. Now you are forfeiting your OKADA. So how much? You now start seeing people begging them with 20,000, 30,000 and some obscene amounts. But now, it now doesn't still solve the problem is what annoys me. Because now we they run Nana streets now. You see them all around. It's a hustle. And this hustle is also what the people want. So I think it's high time, Lagos State government responsibly sit down with these OKADA associations. We cannot stop to reason. It's dynamic. Because that said day, when my moms came back, She went with her daughter to what do you call it? Lagos Island, Balogun. She said that Okada and my daughter falling was just the beginning of the film. Thank God, she said she's actually okay. She said her hand was paining her, she rested a bit, and they continued. But she said she kept on saying one thing when she came back, that where did all the people come from in Lagos? As a retiree, she doesn't go out much. So this time that she's going out after months, she's just shocked that there are so many people in Lagos. And I've always been telling everybody that cares to listen, that this is Tinubu's Lagos. He hot like fire. I sat down just some days back. I saw one Aboki guy based on one or two things. Guy up play to me. I can't ask him, how far? He saying just enter from Adamawa. I say, where in Adamawa? He say, Yola. I say, Tinubu, Atiku State, Abi. Say, when he enter Lagos, he say, just enter the week before. I look up. Now, some people, they enter Lagos. Hustle. You understand? Hustle did the place, you know. Prosperity, value, everybody want make am. Tinubu's Lagos, where your dreams can come true. Legit. Why? Because if you are ready to work in Lagos, you are ready to hustle. Sky is your limit. Though. There are lots of customers. My mom was, when she got to the park, they are not begging you now. People everywhere. Prosperity in action. They go turn the road to express, it go full, they go put bridge on top. Where some states never even know to do the road. We don't go far. I will want you listeners to this podcast to go and look for a parliament I did with Michka. This our Lagos Center of Excellence or something was the topic I made it. And here when Michka said he got to Lagos in 2018 from Bauchi, say Lagos has gone far. But the far Lagos has gone, you understand, is that we have to start reasoning very fast because of the very dynamic pace of the world right now based on digitization. I'm always trying to engage these boys to, calm down because now them still gets. But the complaints are real and government needs to find a way to always tap it on time. I think Lamata that does the design of all these highways need to actually impute, grassroots data, the direct users of these things before you make these decisions. Because once it doesn't work, you understand, you create a vacuum for crime. You create it. Just a space. People will just start to milk it. They will just start to milk it. And that milking it frustrates people. Because we cannot say because we must enforce Okada ban now, we are now counting dead bodies. It's a necessity of life. It's a necessity. There are different kinds of human beings. So it's still discussion because though I say this, I heard it from my mom, but I can also attest to the fact that my guy, Babaseke, said one day that he was very happy that government had banned Okada. Say because him at his age of 80 plus, whenever he's trying to walk and go about his business, all these Okada guys have taken over the shoulders, they've taken over everywhere. And he went as far as that because he's wearing agbada, at times there's that risk of they can catch his cloth and, and these are real. So it is not as if me, Lenzo, I'm saying this is the solution. I don't even know the solution. But I believe that if the government, tries and the people try and connect with government and we discuss it, you involve the unions, we still find a structure for it to work. We own the country, the state, all of us. We are the government. But we must judge the judge, and we must reason the reason. We must come together to solve our problems. It's not about threats, it's not about anything, but I am only just asked that we discuss more on this Okada ban. Because government has come with last bus stop. But for Lagos, last bus stop no get bus stop. E long die. Because the rate of development, when government go do road finish, some people don't build house inside our bush and people are staying there. They still have to get there. So you now find out that it is a demand and supply thing. You just see the Okada just dey one corner. Hey sis, how far? This one don't enter. Once that one don't make money, others don't they come, everybody just they chase everybody. And it corrupts the police. Because now them know every nook and cranny. But now that they are trying to run away and, risking people's lives. Because who need them, is not about government has said, no, you are coming, you have been in hold up for hours, you are very tired. You can't just walk home. So whatever government has said, government is saying it inside his own pocket. That instant, people need to move. They will pay. And there's one thing about Lagos. They not really like Wala. They hustle tight, and the stress many too. Now why Rufai talk say those of us who dey Lagos don't suffer, we no suppose go hell again. If you don't travel, you won't know the problem you are in Lagos. So, you wake up 30 minutes late. You yourself know say you don't have like 2 hours add your journey now. But it's the dynamics that gives me pleasure though. They are still making it work in Lagos State. They are increasing the infrastructure, expanding everything. But they must always know that the more they do, the more the problems. But problem no they finish. Reasoning no they finish. It's dynamic. Please, let's look, let's reason. The government did come out to say that since they banned OKADA, crime has gone down. It is actually true because even we feel it on the streets. All those boys will just come, but it does not solve other problems. It does not solve other problems. And the only thing I am just suggesting is let's keep, let government try and find, key stakeholders in this matter and discuss with them. And God give us wisdom. Because nobody wise past. Thank you.